My other question is that ordinarily, as a starter, let's say you know what is happening to the world's economy now. Jobs are not as easy to get as it used to be. Like you are saying, you just need a laptop, few Telegram groups, and you can start. Ordinarily, how much would you think is okay for anyone to start the forex market? I know that people are trading, but you, for example, might be trading, have a very huge amounts that you are trading. Some people might have less. As a starter, somebody who's starting out, what amount do you think is reasonable for anyone to get into forex trading with? Bear in mind that it's a very risky endeavor. Yes.
Yeah, this is quite a very important question that I would like to give my all in answering that. Majority of people when they are coming into the forest industry, or they ask this exact same question.
Yes.
That so how much do I need to start learning how to trade? But here is the truth that maybe probably majority of the mentors out there wouldn't like me saying this, you understand, publicly. But here is the truth. When you are starting out in this business as a forex trader, you don't need substantial amount of money to enter into the industry.
Okay.
Because the secret is that in your first 2 to 3 years, you probably wouldn't make money.
That's a difficult one.
Yes. In your first 2 to 3 years, you probably wouldn't make money. And what we tell people, if you get a mentor who is actually going to tell you the reality of the business or the truth, he will tell you. Because me, like this, I have a bunch of private students, right?
Okay.
That consist of
So
my
you
close
have an
people.
academy?
Yes,
You have a
yes,
sort of academy.
yes.
Okay, that you are training people.
Yeah,
Okay.
my private students are kind of my closest people, right?
Okay.
And I have lawyers, I have auditors, and working at KPMG and all of that. That I mentor them, right?
Okay.
And it goes on in my house. But you see, when I get talking to these people, one thing that I tell them is that in your first 2 to 3 years, you probably wouldn't make money. So you don't need any substantial amount to come into the market, because the first 2 to 3 years is when you come to buy the experience from the market. Because no matter how much or no matter what a mentor teaches you, the best experience that you're going to get in this business will come from the market itself.
Okay.
So a mentor's job is only to put you through the paces, put you through the way, show you that, okay, this is that, and this is what you need to do, and this is what you need not to do. So get into the market and play by yourself. But there are a lot of things that you're going to discover it for real from the market itself. So what I recommend to my students is that when I put you through the paces, maybe in your first 6 months, you get the basic knowledge and everything. A lot of mentors recommend that you start trading with a demo account. But I never let any of my students trade a demo account, because demo account is not trading. Right?
Okay.
Because trading, one of the most important aspects of trading is emotional and psychological control. When you are trading a demo account, those two parts are out of it.
Okay.
Because when you are trading with money that is not yours, paper money, there's no emotions involved. Your psychology can't be triggered because the money is not yours, because you are playing with paper
It's
money.
like a video game.
Yes, it's like a video game, right? So I never allow my student to trade demo. So instead of other mentors recommend that you trade demo, I would recommend that, okay, instead of the demo, let's replace the demo with maybe $100 account,
Okay.
real money. So with a $100 account, I'll give you the risk parameters that you need. That, okay, if a person without a mentor is going to blow, and I will tell you beforehand that $100 you are going to blow it. There is a 99% chance you are going to blow that account. But how long it takes for you to blow that account determines your progress.
Okay.
You understand? Because if you find $100 account and I give you all the risk parameters that you need, and you spend 1 month or 2 months to blow that $100 account, then you find another account, then you spend maybe 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months to blow that 100. That is progress.
Okay.
So that is how we measure progress down here. So I would never encourage you to go hop on a demo or anything like that. So first of all, coming back to your question, the first thing that you need is money to invest in your knowledge. That is the first thing. Don't think about how much money you are going to make or something like that. Don't think about, because look, people are spending 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures to get a degree that is even worthless in the real world. All these psychology, social sciences, adult education degrees, they are worthless in the real world, and that's for real. They might not agree with me. The school
Of
people
course
are
they
not.
wouldn't.
Yes, the
Of
school
course
people
they
will not
wouldn't.
agree with me. But that's when you step into the real world. That is when you are going to discover all these
But
things.
we use psychology,
You understand?
In adult education, they have a role they play. But
Yes,
I
they have a
understand.
role they
I get
play.
where you are
Yes, they
coming
have a
from.
role they
Yes,
play. But
they may not make as much money as you do as a forex
yes,
trader.
but you are coming back to actually fit into the same system. That
Yes.
probably maybe you wouldn't like to be, right? So let's talk about when you go to maybe the Western countries.
Mm-hmm.
Before the average student graduates from university, some kind of student loan is awaiting them
Yes, that they have to pay off.
that they have to pay off. Okay, so you spent 4 years of your life plus maybe 50,000 to $100,000 in student
Loans.
debt
Yeah, that.
waiting for you to come and work for several years before you pay that loan off. So someone who has done that, and you that you are coming to maybe spend way much less than that, because to learn how to trade, to invest in mentors, probably wouldn't take you more than maybe a 10,000 or even a $20,000 throughout your entire journey,
I have a
right?
question on the mentorship.
Yes.
Thing.
So
So when you are done, then
yeah.
I'll cut
So
with
the
you.
first thing is you investing in yourself, basically,
Okay.
because investing in yourself always pays the highest returns in everything, whether in business or in learning any craft or anything. You understand? So the first thing is investing in yourself, because once you have that ideology, and it's all about mindset, because people come into the market with different perspective, with different ideology, with different mindsets. Because there are people who have their jobs already that they want to use for us as maybe a part-time, an additional source of
Yeah.
income or something. And there are people who want to take this as a full-time career. That this is what I want to do. Because when I started, it got to a point I just decided by myself that this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to do full time. So it depends on the mindset that you're going to bring. And it's the mindset that is going to guide and shape you into how you're going to handle yourself in the knowledge accumulation process.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. So my other question, next question is the mentorship. You've mentioned it a number of times, and I think I watched a video of you on a podcast where you mentioned that you are better off spending money on a mentor as opposed to taking the money straight into forex trading, because you might end up spending more or losing that money faster than if you had actually invested in a mentor.
Yes.
Is that right? Is that
Yes,
something
that's
that you
right.
said?
That's right.
So my follow-up, my actual question is this: the mentors, you're making big money already. Like, you people are making
Yeah.
huge sums of money already.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you believe that people who are starting out should pay mentors again? Because in the corporate world, most of the time, you don't necessarily have to pay a mentor. For example, if you are within the corporate ladder, you have seniors that you
Yeah.
would agree to be your mentors without necessarily you spending money on the mentorship. So I want to ask whether there's a particular reason why within the forex space it seems to be, the fact that you have to spend money to have a mentor. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah. There's a big reason for that.
Okay.
Because you can't learn how to play in the biggest or largest financial market in the world for free,
Okay.
right? Because if you can spend 5 figures, 6 figures to go and collect a paper in the university,
A degree, yes.
I don't think you can justify the fact that you need to come playing with the largest financial institutions in the world, like largest hedge funds and the largest pension funds in the world for free. So we have something that we call in this market that if you swerve that process of going through that mentorship procedure, you're going to end up paying multiples of that money to the market as a because the market is the biggest mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no single forex trader in this world who knows everything in the market. You can know the market from inside out, but nobody knows everything 100%. That is why every single trader in the world or in the market makes losses at some point. Because if everybody knows everything, there wouldn't be losses at all, or losses would be non-existent.
Agreed.
So the reason why that mentors take you money to mentor you is that he's giving you value.
Okay.
He's spending a lot of time giving you the value that you want. And me personally, I don't have a big public academy that I accept maybe a bunch of students every month and stuff, because I don't have time. You understand? Because it's very time consuming. It's very,
I
very
can
time
imagine.
consuming. Yes. So because you always have to be in that mood, preparing this, being on Zoom call with people and all of that. And so I prefer doing private sessions,
Okay.
because private session, majority of them are people that I know. Majority of them are people that are really serious about things, right? Because the thing with mentorship is that when people see all these lifestyles online, people driving Mercedes, Lambos, and showing off these houses and all of that, that is what their mind gets fixated on. They don't really care about the skills that they
The
are coming to
process
learn, the process that
that they
goes
have to
into
go
that.
through. Yeah.
They are just attracted to the lifestyle. So when they come and maybe within some few months or within some few years, they don't see any substantial improvement in their life,
They give up.
they opt out. And that's a problem. That's the problem we have.
So you
So,
mentioned something for not to start. You mentioned something about losses. Would you mind sharing your biggest loss to us? Your
oh,
biggest loss in the
my
market.
biggest the biggest losses that I've encountered in the market, I think it was during the Russian Ukraine war. That night that President Putin announced the special military operation that night. It was a night. The
Yes.
news conference came at a night, and at that time I was actually trading, and I was trading the Asian session, and I had a whole lot of positions on that. Me, when I'm day trading or when I'm monitoring my trade, I normally don't put stop losses because I'm monitoring my trades. And unfortunately, I slept off. I fell asleep without any stop losses protecting my positions, any
Mhm.
of my positions. So, when that news came up about the special military operations, unfortunately, all the positions that I had were directly correlated to the announcement
Mhm.
and whatever happened. And when I woke up, my account was down $120,000.
So you lost $120,000 within
Yes,
24 hours.
not within
Less than
24
that.
hours,
I
within
mean,
some few
few
hours.
hours. You had lost one hundred and
Yes,
twenty thousand
because
dollars.
I fell off. I fell asleep around. I think it was around 2 a.m. that I fell asleep. I woke up by, let's say,
This is
6.
not long ago. This is the
Yes,
Russia
this is
Ukraine
this
war
is
is
just 2022.
yeah.
Yes, that was my biggest loss. And
But
um
then okay, on a good note, you can also share your biggest win with us.
yes, and I woke up at around 6:30, and my account was down $120,000. Right, and at that time I was trading an account for a bank manager friend of mine. I've been managing
Okay.
an account for $100,000 account. I've been managing the account for 2 years for him. So far, so good. It's been really good. And so at that night, my personal account was down 120,000, and my man's account was down 60,000. Wow, that was 60% of that account. Yes, so 120 60. You understand? And it was a very horrible morning for me. And I have this friend in South Africa, and South Africa is actually the trading hub of Africa. So, and this my friend manages top accounts, large accounts for bankers, for politicians, and all of that. So when I woke up, I saw his call. His call was the first thing that I saw on WhatsApp. So I called back, yo, what's up? And he said, did you see what happened? I said, yes. So we were having a conversation, and my friend was telling me, yo, my account was down 1.2 million when I woke up. So, yes. So yes, USD. So we had a conversation, a nice conversation, and we knew that okay, this is actually the basic reality of the business that we are doing. So anytime we encounter large losses in the market, me personally, when I go into that large drawdown, I stay away from the market for a couple of weeks
Okay.
because I don't want to revenge the market, right?
Back to
So
the emotional and psychological thing you were talking
yes.
about, right?
So because I don't want to revenge the market. So you need to stay away from the market to just, reconcile with reality that, it's the money is gone and you can build the account back. So at that time we actually took a break. We went on a trip. My friend took his wife to a trip. I took my girlfriend back then also to a trip. Like we went to spend like 3 weeks, right?
Okay.
And during that time, you delete everything concerning trading. You don't send your laptop along and all of that.
Okay.
Just to get back to
Reality.
reality. So And that thing really works. It's really, really works. Because I remember when we got back from that break, that 3 weeks break, and we started trading again, it took me the next less than a month to actually recover all my accounts.
To make the $120,
To make the
the
120,000, because
back.
in
Okay.
yes, in the subsequent month, when I returned back to the market in the subsequent month, I think I made over 220 something thousand within the month.
Okay.
That is me recovering everything that I
That's
lost back
that
then.
means you
And my
recovered it.
friend, even though it took my friend a bit longer, but my friend also recovered his account in I think about 6 weeks or more.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, there's also this notion that the there's a lot of scamming within the forex space, because I know people who have lost money through that, giving money to people to trade for them and they lost it. And not just that, you hear stories about people losing money, people absconding with people's monies because they were supposed to use the monies for trading and then they were unable to make the monies back. What is your view on that? What do you think is is it actual scamming, or do people just lose the money and decide to just run
Well,
off?